again. Sorry. As usual, I'm trying to prepare the information for you. So today you have a very scary night. I can promise you, because we're gonna talk about EVP and I have a lot of examples to show you. So you're going to have to hear some of the funny EVP and some of the scary ones also. Yeah. So now I'm trying to get my blue screen to work properly. Yeah. So you see, there's still a bit of see, I'm adjusting. That is the best. And okay, that I said today we're going to talk about EVP. What is EVP? Okay, now some of you know, if you are really into all those paranormal stuff, you know that EVP stands for electronic voice phenomena, but some of you may not know. So let me explain to you now. EVP stands for electronic voice phenomena. Okay, now what is electronic voice phenomena? The background music is a bit loud. Okay, now EVP is okay, let's talk about where it started. Okay, in 1969 was the year that I was born. There was a mysterious middleman, the vein doctor, turned up in Jared's Cross with a large collection of tape recording. He said that he has conducted experiments in communication with the dead, and he has established contact with Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, and even many others that had disease that has passed away again in the 20th century. And many other that passed away, statesmen of the country, that means America. The recordings, 72,000 of them is in tape recorder. In case some of you do not know what tape recorder is, those style of tape recorder where you have to turn, then you play. Now that is okay. So for sure, that's not there's also an electronic device. It's a magnetic tape, but that is also considered an electronic recording. Okay, so that's where the EVP works. The EVP works when you have a digital recording, a electronic recording, not just digital. And it is a recording of environment. Okay, you record something just like normal when you talk. You record it. Then after that, you basically EVP is a recording of those otherworldly voices into tape, into a digital recorder that is already usually not heard. Okay, that means when it's just empty room or whatever, it's just recording. Then it cannot be heard while it's being recorded. Then when you play back and then you will hear there's an extra voice inside speaking. Usually it's only a few seconds only. Okay, one of the reason they say that because we live because the spirit world and the human world is different, but then because the only thing that they can manifest themselves in voices is through electronic device. Okay, that means they put their imprint onto electronic device, and not all the time it is successful in recording, but sometimes when they speak, um, um, it's recorded into all this type of tape electronically, and thus creating a phenomena. That's why it's called EVP, electronical voiced phenomena. The reason why this is important is this: a lot of paranormal investigators, people who studied, people who went to investigate paranormal activities, and there's a big um, interest in this area. Okay, and many times the EVP is a very crucial part of the evidence being collected, because many times when they record, they have a video and they have a EVP, and it is evident that they did not manipulate the video, and yet there's a EVP recording there. And sometimes the non-present voices that's been recorded is recorded in the video, digital video. Sometimes when they play back the video, they hear a voice when they're normal. When they were recording, they couldn't hear it. So it could be recorded in the digital video recorder too, not only voice recording, and they still call it EVP anyway. Sorry. And and it becomes, like I say, a crucial part of the evidence gathering, because EVP itself is considered already a very basic and very stable foundational kind of equipment they use for recording, and it is very hard to manipulate, because it can be detected very easily. There are a lot of EVP people create I say, that means fake one. And in the end, when they post it out in the open, a lot of people are able to find easily find a lot of loopholes in their recording. So most of the time, paranormal investigator will not touch very much the EVP, because it is not an easy thing to put a voice inside where it's not being detected. Because when you overlap, there's always a voice, and then it's easy to detect that if you manipulated the original recording. Okay, so many times it is such evidence is already enough for some paranormal society or investigation group to come to a conclusion that there is some sort of a spirit residing in the area, because for no reason there shouldn't be any voice, unless it's like there's a corruption of the environment, which is supposed to maintain its being, nobody will be, I mean, when you do a investigation, you must make sure that nobody is present, and all other people than your investigator should be present to create what we call a disruption or a interference into the integrity of the evidence. So in many of the famous paranormal investigation society or group, EVP has been the one thing they always do. You can see them, some of the paranormal investigation show that they always carry a recorder before them, and they always ask questions, and that is the very basic, because firstly the equipment is not so expensive. I mean, compared to a GoPro, could be a few $100s. EVP recording, just a simple one, can even cost you like $20 or so. You can anybody can purchase it. Okay, in fact, nowadays in mobile phone, it is considered electronic recording. You can use a mobile phone to record EVP, if you so believe. Okay, now one thing I want to warn you before I continue is that many people record from their home just to play, try out, have fun, see got the work or not. Then they recorded something into their EVP. they recorded an EVP into their recorder, and then this get the bits out of them because they recorded it in their own house or in their own room, and many of them after that couldn't sleep. Okay, they couldn't sleep. They have a problem. They have nightmare. So something to be careful of, like if you are not into this type of thing, don't touch. Okay. Now there are different class in the EVP. According to the audibility, and many of them are not very audible. You need to even enlarge. Increase the volume by quite a lot. Then you can hear something. And some of them you really have to guess. What it says. There's there, but you don't understand what it's trying to say, but you gotta guess. So there are a few types. There are a few classes. The class A one are voices that is very clearly and easily understandable. Okay. After that, I'll show you a few of the class A one. Class B voices. There are class B. Class B voices are loud and clear, but sometimes and are sometimes audible without headphones. Okay, they are fairly loud and clear and are sometimes audible without headphone. Okay, the means class B is lower than class A. It is loud. It is fairly loud, not very loud, and the voice can be heard even without headphones. Okay, and the class C voice are very soft and often very hard to decipher, and many a times you need to wear a headphone so that you can exclude out all the noises around. Then you can hear it clearly. Doesn't mean that it's fake or this is not true. It sometimes it's very hard for I think for the spirit to speak and be recorded, and many times it is very soft because of the difference in different in the realm that we actually exist in. We exist in the same space, but many times they are of different realm. So it's very hard for the spirit to break through, and to be able to break through sometimes it's not clear, it is not loud enough. You really have to squinch your ear and then increase the volume a lot, and then you can hear something there. Okay, now what are the equipment they use in sorry, my apology. What are some of the equipment used? Some of the equipment used, you can see that here is okay, this is Dr. Levine. So this is him, 1969, when he used, this is a very big digital or electronic recorder. Last time I don't think you have a Walkman or recorder so readily. So in 1969, people are still listening to the radio. Okay, so so this is the doctor with his big equipment, and now of course it's very different already. Okay. Okay. So now you can see all this equipment. These are all the small little digital recorder that you can is available in the market. Any type of digital recorder is fine. Some of those recorder you use to take your own recording for your own, maybe your work. Sometimes there are recorder used to record a meeting. These are the recorder that you can get in the market, and some of these recorder are not cheap. These are the more high-end one that we're talking about. Easily $50-$60 to a few $100 to $100 plus to $200. Some of these are very sensitive, and some of this comes with the waveform. That means you can, as you record, you can see the wave going, so that when you keep quiet. When you do EVP recording, you gotta speak, keep quiet, let the spirit answer. So when you are keeping quiet, you should see a straight line, right, or just slight fluctuation because of the ambient noise. But then if you have a waveform, the recorder, there's a waveform, you can see this thing. If there's something speaking and you couldn't hear, you can see, but the recorder is recorded it, so you can see some fluctuation, a bigger fluctuation. If something is speaking, there's something is being recorded. So with that, you can be more conscious or be more careful when you come to the area of recording, and you can listen it again. Okay, so is it fun? back to defer. Now again, some of the equipment again is like this is a very old Panasonic recorder, digital recorder. You know, I think this is used mainly for for digital recording. You know, maybe in the office or in a meeting. You know, you see that this one comes with a speaker, which is very good because the speaker is quite big. You can really play. You know, after you immediately you do a recording, you want to play back and see whether you catch anything. Okay. And this is also the newer type with a very good mic or omnidirectional mic. So it also comes with some sort of a waveform thing. I see the LEDs display there. Okay, it comes with speaker. So I'm not selling any of these. I'm just showing you because this one is one of them that I used to have. I spoiled already. Okay, this is actually very basic. Very cheap. You can get about $10, between $10 to $15. Okay, it's not very sensitive, but very high capacity. Okay, okay. Okay. Now the first video I want to show you after is a video is actually a top 10 of the EVP that clearer EVP that has been recorded. Okay, so you either you put on a headphone or you need to on your volume louder so that you can hear some of this, but then they already on it for you already to a certain level of volume so that you can hear it clearly, a bit more clearly. But again, I'm going to play to you. This is the top 10 of EVP being recorded. Okay, well, who do all this recorded? Actually, it's all these are paranormal investigators that go around haunted places or places that seems to be some complaint of being having paranormal activities. They did a recording, and these are some of the results that comes out. Okay, so there are a lot there are a lot, okay, of investigators who got this evidence, but this is the few which is a little bit more scarier and more class A lah, you know, so it can be heard very clearly. Okay.
Coming. I thought it said coming. Coming. I thought it said coming. Coming. I thought it said coming. We would really like to communicate with you, but in order to do so, we need to know that you can hear us, and that you know that we're here. We would really like to communicate with you, but in order to do so, we need to know that you can hear us, and that you know that we're here. We would really like to communicate with you, but in order to do so, we need to know that you can hear us, and that you know that we're here.
Digital recorder right there. This is the digital recorder right there.
I just heard a whisper in my ear. I just heard a whisper in my ear. I just heard a whisper in my ear.
What time? 12:58.
12:58:30.
That's because I'm Indian and they were shooting at my relatives.
Probably. Good possibility.
What time? 12:58.
12:58:30.
That's because I'm Indian and they were shooting at my relatives.
Probably. Good possibility.
What time? 12:58.
12:58:30.
That's because I'm Indian and they were shooting at my relatives.
Probably. Good possibility.
You set it up so inconspicuous. How do you like those people? I like them.
Yeah.
They last forever, you know?
Yeah.
You set it up so inconspicuous. How do you like those people? I like them.
Yeah.
They last forever, you know?
Yeah.
You set it up so inconspicuous. How do you like those people? I like them.
Yeah.
They last forever, you know?
Yeah.
Right, welcome back. So you hear the top 10 electronic voice phenomena recorded, which is a little bit more quite scary lah. So you may say that okay, all these are spirits that pass or what. I think sometimes they are just there's two types of spirits. One is the intelligent type. Then the other type is actually is a residual type. Residual type is those type that is keep repeating. Okay, many times it's not a spirit. Okay, it's actually a environment recorded of a certain things that happen or certain conversation or certain things. Sometimes it's weird. Don't know why is it being recorded. It's being recorded as when the situation of that the recording that incident that happened again. You find that it's being replayed. You know, sometimes you like you say some people say that they see ghostly images every night. You know, there's for example an accident. This the accident that happened. Then they keep repeating it every night. Okay, or you keep repeating on certain nights when it's maybe it's raining or when it's the same environment happen. They say it's ghosts. Okay, and then but then they think there's no intelligence being involved. The thing keep repeating. It's like a recorder being recorded. It's like you playing your video, you know, replaying again. So some of these are just a phenomenon being recorded due to an environmental condition. How is it possible? But very hard to explain. How do you record any data into your thumb drive, into your hard disk? It is all electrical, magnetic field, you know, magnetic manipulation or recording. Okay, and it's just that the whole world, the environment, you know, is just a very big mechanical magnetic a device, you know. So it is possible that certain event that happen can be recorded into the environment. When it happen again, it's being played out. The same thing, and you see that it's happening. Okay, maybe it's just an image, it's just happening over and over and over again. So it may not be a spirit; it could just be a residual haunting. Okay, now the other thing about the intelligent haunting I just mentioned is that but the spirit is intelligently trying to communicate. So you can see that some of the EVP, they are answering a question, you know, and like you said, and what's your name? Now some of the EVP, if you go to YouTube, you can see a lot of the EVP, right, being displayed there, being shown there. Then you can see some of them do really answer a question. Like you ask a name, they answer a name, you know, and they are quite intelligently responsive to your questioning. Now that's what the EVP is all about. It's what is it for? It's so that you can ask question and they can answer. So you ask me, is it 100% sure that this is the haunting of a ghost haunting of the place? Not 100% sure. One of the reasons is because there are many other entities than the ghosts, and there are also things that could be other spirits. So if you are not really into this, don't get sucked into this, because there are some cases involved in need to be do deliverance. Is that they get too engrossed in all this. You know, there's a people. You know, there are people who just you get sucked into this, and you get very addicted to it. You know, every day you wake up, all you want to do is just record, and you sort of had like it's like you're having a conversation with spirit world. You know, it's really like very powerful, right? But actually, it's not. It's a very silly thing to do, okay? And you sometimes you get stuck into it. You are pulling a lot of things into your own life. This kind of thing is never healthy, So there are cases that the person is being demon possessed or being possessed by something, because they do get too engrossed into all this type of thing, doing too much of all this type of thing in their life. So in their life, lah. So yeah, it's dangerous, okay? Now, how about the paranormal investigator? Most paranormal investigator go through a lot of spiritual attack. No joke one. Okay, they go through a lot of things in their life. Okay, then because dealing with spirits and all that is not the wisest thing to do. Okay, and what more? Sometimes you may not just hit a ghost; you can hit a demon, or even worse, the devil himself. So you get yourself into trouble. You don't know, there's some hole that you dug and fall in that you cannot come out with. Even when you are being rescued, come out, you will never be the same again. Okay, it's not a good thing that you never same again. I'm not saying the good thing that you are stronger. It's the bad thing that you are always being haunted by all these spirits. Okay, once you are being found, or how to say, once you have an encounter like this, you tend to have more and more encounter, because you tend to open up, your frequency tend to open up, then you get too much engrossed into too much of this thing happening to you periodically. And okay, so you say is it only spirits? I mean, is it only for only spirits and all that? No, it's actually other things. I want to play you another one which is being recorded in it's a very funny one. It's at a saloon, haunted saloon. Okay, so something probably happened before. A spirit is trying to reach out to ask the owner or the or ask the investigator to do something for him. Okay, let's hear this EVP. Tell mom I'm not the devil. So it's like I said, that sometimes this type of EVP it may want you to do something, spirit. So once you connect with all these type of spirits who require you to help them, And if you don't, then you may get into trouble. Okay, if you do, then you get into all sort of other type of trouble. Okay, imagine you go to somebody's house, you say your son who passed away will tell you this, they think you're a scammer, you know. So do or not do also in trouble. If you don't do, the spirit get angry, you may be in trouble. So the best is, if you're not sure, don't get involved in all this type of EVP recording. It is no good for you. Okay, now and the next recording I want to show you is this recorded in it is a seismic estate. Okay, the Amiens seismic estate in Cape May. Okay, and you can hear clearly what you've been recorded. Okay.
Wild and Grace. I know.
Well,
There's so wild and Grace. I know.
well,
There's so wild and Grace. I know.
well,
There's so wild and Grace. I know.
well,
There's so
It's mine. See the marble drop is mine, you know. So this could be a class A residual haunting, because it could be the child recorded of what happened at one instant of time, you know, when so a child drop his marble, say it's mine. So it may not be a spirit thing, it could be just a residual haunting. But then it's still a very scary thing to hear all these voices, right? So yeah, sometimes if you hear marble dropping, you know, on your rooftop, of course they explain that it is because of the expansion and contraction of cement together with the pipe, you know, causing all the sound. So how true it is, I don't know. Some say that is good explanation. They did an experiment with it, and you get the same type of sound. Yeah, but then sometimes some say that no, you know, the marble sound is really some sort of haunting or whatever. My place here is a bit weird, you know. So I live in the 12th floor, so there's nobody staying above me. But sometimes you can hear people tapping on top, tapping. If you are staying in a HDB flat, it's not a uncommon thing, because sometimes your neighbor upstairs may be tapping, or you know, the marble dropping, or the things are dropping on the floor, and or they are trying to do some repair work or whatsoever. But then my on top is the rooftop, you know, is where the water tank is. There should be no tapping. Okay, it's not the marble type of tapping, it's really a tool being tapped. So it's weird, right? Yes, it's weird. So you say oh, it's only ghosts, you know, ghosts is among us or that, but then it's not just ghosts, it could be demonic. Okay, now all those just now we just show you all the I just show you all the EVP, all those not that scary, but quite scary, but not that scary, still like human voice, and you still can make out what he's trying to say. It's just, you know, human and whatsoever. But then the next one I'm going to play to you, play for you, you have is a okay, just warn you first that it's quite scary. It is not human, so it's a demonic voice being recorded. Now you can see that they are, you know, the whole record is being done. That means real life recording. They ask a question, they stop, they wait for the spirit to answer, then ask a question again. And after that, when they play back immediately, there is something in the middle. It is quite disturbing. Okay, so I want you to hear it now.
DR60. Hello, spirits. Thank you so much for communicating with us tonight. We've heard some very clear responses. We know you're here. We've captured your voice. Thank you so much for that. Could you try and tell us your name, please?
My friend, perhaps you could tell us how old you are, how old you believe you are at this moment.
The clicks that we heard, was that you playing snooker? Andrew, I hate to interrupt the EVP session.
That's fine.
Can you smell that? I can smell what I can only describe as being piss. Like someone's pissed themselves. Now the nearest toilets are upstairs, right? We're in the corner of the room here, there's no toilets here. I can smell what I would describe as being urine.
It's weird.
Can you smell it?
I don't. I have a bad sense of smell, but I'll tell you.
I can definitely smell like urine.
I was hearing noises behind us while we were doing this. That's why I kept looking back.
Let's play this back.
All right.
We're just documenting for camera. Let's play this back.
Session 1, DRC. Hello, Spirit. Thank you so much for communicating with us tonight. We've heard some very clear responses. We know you're here and captured your voice. Thank you so much for that. Could you try and tell us your name?
Who's that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you smell that? I can smell what I can only describe as being piss. Like someone's pissed.
I'm covered.
The nearest toilets are upstairs, right?
Can you play that again for me, please?
I can smell what I would describe as being urine. Can you smell it? I don't have a bad sense of smell that, so I can definitely smell like urine. I was hearing noises behind me, what are you doing? There's something from there. Let's play this back.
Ah, scary, right? So you don't always just get the nice little sound, children's talking, you know, playing. Where's my? That's mine. The marbles is mine. Tell mom I'm not the devil. That's not a funny thing. Sometimes you can have a laugh with, but then, what if when you do your EVP recording and you recorded just what I show you, the screaming of demon. Oh, it's really the screaming of demon. This is nothing else but the demon screaming, and it is so scary. Okay, it is even louder than the voice of the people who are asking the questions. Okay, so this is what you may get, you know. So if you want to record all this EVP and for fun, you may get this. So this is a group of people in UK who do paranormal investigation. The guy you see with hair one is the guy in a channel called Proving Demon. They are very much into a lot of Ouija board and all that. So a little bit sinister. Okay, they step over the knife quite often, and many of them, most of them already say that they are too deep into this. You know, they trying to pull out of it, but it's unable to. You know, things like that happen. And then when you are a lot of when this type of thing you get too much involved, one of the things is that you get deeper and deeper into it. Then you know you get more and more manifestation of things that you do not want to manifest. Okay, so then when they do the recording, they also are a bit shocked. You can see from their expression. They are shocked and scared and surprised at what they get. Okay, and this is not the first time they got it. I follow their channel, and then they got it in like even in graveyard and all that. So this is the type of thing you may get. So don't think too lightly of it. Okay, imagine you're in the same space as the demon or demons, which is trying to have contact with you. And you are connected with it. Okay, so are you scared now? I am. If I do recording, I have this type of thing, I'll be very scared. Seriously. Okay, so you may say, okay lah, I don't go to haunted places ma. I don't go to those demon invested area ma. I mean, I stay at home. I go, and I record from home. All this it would never happen when you go to new places. Not old places. You won't get all this type of thing. For fun. actually not. I've caught this video of this guy who is trying to help his sister. The house they got in is only 10 years old, okay, and she always felt, the sister always felt something weird in the toilet. So what they did was he put a recorder, digital recorder, overnight at the toilet of the sister's room, and you can hear that there's a baby, okay, baby, 3 months old baby. He or she will wake up in the middle of the night and make noise, you know, and then you can hear even in the background, okay, but then you can hear again demons screaming in the background. Now this guy has this video has this guy explaining to you what is happening and why he do the recording and what's the recording all about. Okay, let's go for this one. Go now.
Hey everybody, once again I'd just like to give you just a little bit about what you're hearing and what to expect. This was recorded in my sister's bathroom in an apartment complex in Folsom. Now, it wasn't an old apartment complex. In fact, it was probably no more than 10 years old. It was a pretty nice place, but my sister had a tendency to conjure or bring about some of the really, really bad ones, you know. And so anyways, she always felt really, really uneasy in her bathroom. So one night, when I had the chance to stay over, I had set this recorder in her bathroom, and I had let it record overnight. And you're gonna hear her baby was, you know, only a few months old back then, and she was crying a lot in the middle of the night, and we were all completely sound asleep. We all slept right through this. Nobody heard a thing. And there's this clicking sound, and you're going to hear it. There's this constant clickety, clickety, clickety. I have looked everywhere in that bathroom, and I could not find anything that would make that noise. I just don't know where it came from. But the scream, okay, this scream is the most blood-curdling, crazy, scariest, really just strange scream I've ever heard. And it's not like a scream that's off in the distance and you're like, oh, somebody screamed. No. This shit it's loud, okay? So just be prepared. You don't need to have your speakers up really loud to hear this. Okay. That's it. I mean, it is so freaking loud, and it sounds like it's building up before it finally gets to scream. And I swear to God, it gives me shivers every time I hear it. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to hearing your comments and your opinions, and please like this video. Thank you.
See, it's just a baby, you know, and he's just he just left the recorder overnight at the toilet, and you can hear the baby, you know, and imagine, okay, that demonic voice is in the presence of the toilet, and in the presence where the baby is. So how scary it could be, okay? And you do not know what is happening there, you know, what is spirit is doing, and then the sound, the clicking sound it's not something, it's middle of the night, you know. Only the baby you can hear is making noise because it's waking up. Other than that, the clicking, tackling sound, you don't know where is it from, okay? And it's not heard audibly, I mean, by the ear, you know, only when recording, then you record it, and the scream is like, you know, he's trying to tell you, trying to send you a statement, be very afraid of him, okay? So there you have it, the EVPs. So what is EVP, Electronic Voice Phenomenon? We talk about that. We know that it started in 1969 by a doctor, a researcher who claims that he has recorded voices from the dead. He has spoken, he has communicated with the dead. That where it started. Then as the equipment that we have get smaller and smaller, people are able to do it on their own. And I think one of the phenomena at the time when the doctor was presenting his case, it was he was taken like a laughing stock, okay? And usually that's what happens when you try to introduce something new. And not just that, nobody believed him, and then it was not being really investigated or taken seriously, But as the years goes by, when people start to do it, they found recorded anomaly. That means they found that there are voices where they are not supposed to be. Then they start to dig out and find out, that this is all called the EVP. Okay, what the doctor has said, and yep, there you have it, a recording of ghostly or not of this world voices and talking. Sometimes you can also record whistling, even singing songs. Yeah, it's something. But then again, I want to warn everybody is that don't try to do it if you are not sure, okay? Even if you are sure, you watch 101 video about it already, unless you really want to get into this area when you will step into the darkness, once you step in, you actually cannot come back out one. It's very hard one. Okay. Things will follow you wherever you go lah. This type of things. You may not see it, but it doesn't mean it's not happening. And then when you really get result, it means you found some voices that are not there. You after you get the voices, you hear what it says. You may never sleep again, because some of those voices could have said something that really scares you. And even the very thoughts of this in the same space, there are these spirits around, that's speaking. Then that alone should be quite scary for you. Okay, so today we talk about EVP. Okay, I hope that in the near future we can talk about more things. I want to talk about the top 10 haunted places in Singapore. I'm trying to gather all the information, get more details, even photographs taken that prove that it is haunted. Okay, so I hope to bring it to you soon. Okay, so I'd like to hear from you. Okay, so if you have any story to tell, any pictures to send us, anything that you want to share with us, I'd like to invite you to email to us, lightsonsg@gmail.com. Okay, if you have a story to tell or an encounter that you had, we would like to know about it, and if with your permission, we would like to share it during our show. Okay, now if you now our show is every Sunday 10 p.m. I try to do it as punctual as possible. You can actually go to tiny.1/ghost, tiny.1/ghost, which is written here, every Sunday to come into the live YouTube broadcast. For those who have done broadcast, live YouTube broadcast, the address changes every time. That's why we use this to mask the the YouTube address into this address, so that it's easier for you to come in. Okay, you don't have to remember. I don't have to contact you and give it to you. Anybody can come in. Okay, so tiny.1/ghost will bring you to our broadcasting address. Okay, and after the broadcast, you can access the video to watch, because the video is being recorded, so it's a VOD, video on demand. So the tiny.1/ghost will link you to the latest Singapore Paranormal broadcast recorded video. Okay, so every Sunday 10 p.m. is our show. Okay, so don't forget to like us, okay, share our video, subscribe to our channel, and you can press the little bell there so that you can get notified when we come on live or when we have a new video posting. Okay, I like to also promote this Lights On. Our main show is Lights On actually, because that's our channel's name. Okay, Lights On at every Friday 8 p.m. Okay, every Friday 8 p.m. we talk about anything under the sun. Okay, so you can come in at again tiny.1/light or tiny.1/16888. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, and I hope to bring you more stuff like this, phenomenal, things that are happening. Okay, there's no explanation, just have to accept it that it's there, kind of thing. And we see, I'm not sure next week what topic we're going to do, but then we'll try to do something interesting. Okay, so I see you again next Sunday at 10 p.m. Okay, we are on 10 p.m. every Sunday. Okay. So have a good evening. Have a good week ahead of you. Bye. Stay safe, huh?